guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another collab video. So I absolutely love this idea that Barrett came up with. So this collab was put together by Barrett Pastor, so make sure you check her out. She is amazing, she's beautiful, she is so sweet. You guys will love her if you are not already following her. She's also on Instagram as Living Life on Track, I believe, so I'll have her Instagram listed down below as well. So basically she took a bunch of questions that she gets asked on a daily basis on her video. So when she puts up a video, people put in comments, these are questions that she gets asked quite often, either on YouTube and I'm assuming probably on Instagram as well. So she just thought, you know what, let's just put all these questions together and let's include a bunch of other people. Fantastic idea. So if you want to hear some of these answers and you want to get to know me behind my channel, then keep on watching. Let's get into the video. So I will have everyone linked down below that is part of this collab. It is an amazing amount of people and I'm sure you guys know most of them, but I'm hoping some of them are new to you as well so you can find new channels to follow, because I am always getting asked constantly who else they should follow on Instagram or on YouTube. So this will give you a ton of choices, so that is amazing. Also, if you're coming from one of the other channels, welcome. I hope you will stick around and you will check out some of my other videos. Please let me know in a comment which channel you came from, and that way I can go over and thank them for sending over so many wonderful people to my channel. So I have the questions here on my iPad, so if I'm looking down, that is why. So I'm gonna get into it. I actually just kind of barely glanced at the questions just to make sure there was nothing I had to like prep for, but I always like to answer these types of questions without really preparing an answer, so it's just definitely like on the spot answering. So number one, how old are you? How tall, and what is your start and goal weight? Now she does have a comment in here that a lot of people ask her what her current weight is, which she's comfortable with sharing, and she's just giving us the option whether or not we want to share that. So I am 44, I am 5'5", and my starting weight was 280 pounds. And my goal weight is kind of a difficult answer because I honestly just want to see where I am at certain weights. So like when I was in high school, I probably weighed anywhere between 130 to 140 pounds on, you know, an average. You know, I didn't weigh myself a lot, but whenever I did get weighed, like I said, I'm 44. So back in the day, when you did PE and stuff, they actually weighed you. Like that was part of like PE. Like you had to be weighed for certain things, like when we would do certain things. And so I always, you know, think that was about the weight that I was. And I think back now and it's like, yes, would I love to be that weight again? Sure, but I don't know how. I want to actually just get to a weight where I feel comfortable with myself and comfortable in my own body. And I want to do it in a healthy way because, like, as my channel says, that, you know, this is just my journey to a healthier lifestyle, not necessarily a journey to a certain weight. And what is on those charts where they say, you know, your healthy weight range is between this and this for your height. But I don't necessarily think that is the truth, because if you are eating healthy and your test results are coming back fantastic every year, your test results are improving. When I say test results, I mean like your cholesterol and those kind of things. I get those around every year. And that's what I gauge my progress on, is that I am improving that and that my body is healthy. So that being said, right now my kind of goal weight is 160. At one time it was 150, but I'm just gonna see how I feel at 160 and then just go down from there if I feel like it. So currently I am bouncing between 200 and 205. I have kind of hit a slump in my weight loss where I was way back in like August, I was 185, and I'm struggling to get back to that point again. But we all have those struggles, we all have those plateaus, and it's just life. But I am getting back on track. I have been back on track. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, that's a whole other story. So number two, what part of your body do you feel the most self-conscious about? Now, I would assume that most people, when they ask this question, they're gonna think, well, maybe not. I guess I shouldn't necessarily assume that, but I think a lot of people would think like your stomach. For me, yes, I don't like my stomach, but I feel like it's pretty easy to hide it in so many different ways. I mean, you could wear, you know, like camis, you could wear like, you know, the kind of the stuff that sucks you in if you want. I don't remember what those are called because I don't have any. What are they, like Spanx? Is that what they're called? But anyway, you could wear those kind of things. You could feel like wear kind of more looser tops. So I feel like you could really cover up your stomach. For me, my most self-conscious part is my arms. I've always had bigger arms. My arms are always the last thing to kind of lose on, including even when I'm lifting weights and stuff. It's just my arms are definitely my weak spot. And what I don't like about them is that, yeah, sure, you can cover them up in the wintertime, but when you come into like the spring and summer and short sleeve shirts and stuff, I feel very self-conscious about wearing them. Luckily, I am cold all the time. So like when I'm at work and stuff, I just wear like, you know, light cardigans and stuff, or I get short sleeve ones or like 3/4 sleeve cardigans and I wear those. And that kind of helps me feel a little bit better about my arms where I'm still, you know, kind of wearing springy type clothes. But definitely my arms are where I'm definitely most self-conscious about. And number 3. So this is a person asking this question. I want to lose at least 25 pounds. If you lost that much, what changed first in your appearance? The first thing that I always lose in is my face, which is also the first thing that always gains is my face. So my face and then also my chest. Number 4, I have lots of trouble getting my water in. What is your best tip in drinking more water? Honestly, you can try, I mean, this is kind of a controversial thing. If you are not a person that can just put lemon in your water, you can try doing water enhancers. I use them quite often, but a lot of people don't like to stay away from kind of artificial sweeteners and stuff, which I do too, but there are some all natural type of water enhancers out there. Sometimes I'm good with just putting lemon in mine and that's enough. You can always put just a tiny bit of fruit juice in there, not enough to cause any points or anything. But honestly, you just have to do it. I mean, what I try to do is get myself a large cup. So like I have like one of the large cups from like Starbucks. I think this is 24 ounces. So if I can drink 4 of these a day, then I feel like I have met my water goal, because that would be 96 ounces. So I try to, by doing it in like a large cup, I feel like I only have to drink 4 of these. That's how I look at it. Oh, I only have to drink 4 of these. So I feel much better rather than like having like the 16-ounce water bottles and whatnot. You know, those, you'd have to drink so many of those. So buy a large cup, then it doesn't feel like you're drinking so many. And I feel like that would probably be the easiest way. Also, like I said, just adding lemon in there, adding water enhancers in there. Just getting into that, drinking it super ice cold. If it's, maybe that helps it. With me, that does help if it's really cold. So, I mean, it's just, it's a hard thing if you're not used to doing it. It really is. Another thing I try to always do is kind of reward myself by drinking my water. So I have to drink a whole one of these before I allow myself to have my first cup of coffee in the morning. So it's kind of also like giving yourself, like, is there little rewards you can have that you can come up with to say, okay, I gotta drink a whole one of these before I can do this. So also I always say, so I drink a whole one of these before I have my first coffee in the morning, and then I drink a whole one of these, make sure I have a whole one drink before lunch. And then, you know, so that's kind of how I kind of set myself kind of goals throughout the day. So I try to have 3 of those drank before I come home from work, and then I drink 1 more at dinner. So maybe just kind of come up with a game with it. That might be helpful as well. Number 5, do you do YouTube full time? And if not, what do you do? No, I do. Well, I kind of do it full time. I mean, I feel like it's full time sometimes, but no, I do work outside the home. I think that's what the question is about. I work 40 hours outside the home. I leave my house about 7 in the morning and I get home about 5. So I'm out of the house about 50 hours a week total. And then, but I am very lucky in my position. So I am an HR specialist. I work for an agency. It's a government agency that does a service for school districts. So for the most part, we're an agency that's open 240 days a year. Some positions work 250 to 260 days. Some positions work 190, 150 days a year, just depending on your position. My particular position, I work 240 days a year. So I'm very lucky that I follow kind of a schedule where school districts follow. So we get like the holidays off, we get 2 weeks off around Christmas time for winter break, we get a week off for spring break, we get like Fridays off in July and August. So I mean, we're very lucky with the amount of time I get off. So I am able to, you know, do YouTube on those times. I can do a lot of time, you know, do a lot of work on YouTube at those times. But actually though, I spend, this is kind of my typical day. So I will get up at 4:30 in the morning and I'll do my workout. I'll do some YouTube stuff. And if there's like editing I need to do, or just starting to do some filming, like if I'm filming a what I eat in the day, and then I leave for work. At lunchtime, I try to do some of the social media stuff. But this is why, one of the reasons why I'm not as active on social media as I'd like to be, because I am, you know, at work, so it's hard. So at lunchtime, I try to do some of that. And then after work, I come home, make dinner, usually either film the dinner or film what I'm eating. And then I go and start to edit whatever video I'm working on. I have to do thumbnails, again, more social media if I can. So that is how I squeeze it into my day. How I get 5 videos out a week, sometimes I don't even know. But I love my job. I really do. I love working in human resources. I think it's such a rewarding job because I get to work with all the different people. But we do provide services for 8 different school districts, including our own agency. Our own agency has about 230 employees, and then the other school districts, most of the school districts we work with are smaller school districts. But it would be impossible to tell you everything I do, but we work with like contracts, and then, but different parts of our agency does different things with the school districts. Like I said, I just work in the HR department, so those are the things that I do. But I really, really love my job. I love the people I work with, and I don't know if I'd ever want to do YouTube full time. I feel like I would miss being out there with people and out kind of in the world. Like I said, I feel like the job that I do is very rewarding to me, and I just don't know if I'd want to, you know, ever quit it. But not that I ever think I will be in a position to do YouTube full time. Anyway, don't think I'll ever get there, but no, I do not do YouTube full time. Number 6, what state do you live in? I live in Oregon. Number 7, does it upset you when people hit the thumbs down or leave a bad comment? And then they said it would upset me. I don't know. This is a hard one for me because I will have to be honest with you, in the very beginning, the first time I saw a thumbs down, I took it so personal. Like, it was like a stab in the heart. I mean, it was so bad the first time I got a bad comment. And let me tell you what my first bad comment was, and this is hilarious. So it was around the holiday time, and I think it was so I started my channel in May, I believe, and so this was like in November, so May, like 3 years ago. So this was like November, and I was around Thanksgiving time, and somebody made a comment that they really thought that I was just a crazy old dog lady who pretended to have a family because no one saw my family, and that I really just had dogs, and that I was making this big Thanksgiving dinner just for me and my dogs. So, but you know, the way that the comment was made, I took it to heart, and then I just like had to laugh about it. I think, you know what, that is the most hilarious thing. My family chooses not to be on camera, so that's something I have said over and over again. If people want to choose to believe that I don't really have a family, that's fine. I do, but I mean, I don't know, cracks me up, some of the things people come up with. So pretty much comments anymore don't bug me as much. The thumbs down don't bug me as much as they used to, but they still do kind of bug me. I have to be honest, when I do see, especially if it's a video that I've worked super, super hard on, and it's one that's a little bit outside of my normal realm of videos, you know, and I've worked really hard on it, and then I get like a bunch of thumbs down. But then I have had a lot of people talk to me. I've talked to a lot of other YouTubers about it. And like one of the things that they've told me is some of the people aren't even like, they're just thumbs downing a video. They're not even watching it. A lot of them could be people who just don't like you for whatever reason. So they give you a thumbs down, but they never even really watch your video. So a lot of times it's not a reflection of what they thought of the video. A lot of it's just people being people, you know. Now, I have had some people, when I've mentioned the thumbs down before, I have had some people tell me that they have done the thumbs down, not out of any kind of unkindness to me, but because of maybe the topic I was talking about. Like, they agreed. They're just like, yes, you know, I cannot even remember what one of them was, but it was something when I was talking about Weight Watchers, and I think it was like the struggles and things like that. And somebody said that they gave it, that, you know, I had been talking about the thumbs down thing because I think I got quite a few on a particular video. And they said, oh, well, I only was putting the thumbs down because, yes, I agree, this sucks, you know, type thing. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, okay. But anyway, I try not to let it get to me. I try to just like delete comments that are negative because I want this to be a positive space. I want this to be a safe space for people. I feel like that some people don't understand that weight loss is such a personal journey, but a lot of people don't have anyone to lean on or get motivation from or get inspiration from. And this is where they go. This is where I go. I know that, but this is also where they go. And so I want them to feel like they can make a comment on any of my videos and nobody's going to tear them apart for it or tear them down for it, because I don't want anybody else to be hurt by anybody else. So I do monitor my comments very, very carefully. And anytime there's a glint of any kind of negativity, then I delete it. So that's just how I do it. I feel like that's all you need to do, and don't need to, I mean, at one time I would have wanted to comment on it, but I refrain from doing so because I don't want anybody else to be hurt. So but yes, it does kind of bug me. I would say that probably would bug most people. I think that's probably, I mean, I guess if you've been around for a long time, maybe after eventually you don't. It doesn't bug you. This is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. Number 8. How do you give yourself a pep talk after a bad day in life? Well, as y'all know, if you've been watching me for any amount of time, I've had a lot of bad days in my life, especially recently. It's been pretty much a bad 8 months, just personally, and you know, just a lot going on in my life. And I would say that the best pep talk for me is coming on here and talking to you guys, or going on Instagram. Anytime I'm talking it out, you guys turn around and you guys give me the pep talk. So that's why I say this community is one of the best places that you can go to for any kind of inspiration and motivation. Most of our channels have like a Facebook group. So like me and Cherie have a Facebook group that's very active. So definitely, if you want a safe place to go talk about things and to get, you know, kind of a pep talk, go join that Facebook group. I will have a link down below. I know there's a ton of Facebook groups out there from a lot of YouTubers, where there's some place you can go to kind of give yourself a pep talk. So that's kind of what I do. I just talk to the camera and I talk to you guys, and at the same time, I usually, by the end of my talk, I'm realizing, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to do it. This is what I need to let go. So that's how I do it. I mean, I don't know if it'll be interesting to hear the other YouTubers' answers to this and see if it's kind of similar to that. Number 9, do you exercise regularly? And if yes or no, why? I have just recently started exercising regularly. I hate exercising. And even now that I'm actually kind of enjoying the workouts that I'm doing, I started doing daily burn. And now that I'm actually enjoying the program, I still don't enjoy the exercise. I do like how it makes me feel afterwards. So that's why I do it, is because I like the feeling that I have afterwards. I like the feeling that I'm on track. I feel like it makes me want to stay on track the rest of the day when I exercise first. So that's why I do it, but I don't do it out of any kind of enjoyment. I wish I did. I really do. I see these people who kind of get this like high off of like of working out, and I just can't. Number 10, do you ever sneak food or not count it and act like you never ate it? I used to. If you guys may remember we did a live video about this, but I also have talked about this quite a bit, and that's being honest about your journey and being honest with yourself, and how that's one of the like worst things that you can do is lie to yourself about things. And this is one of the big things that I think we tend to lie to ourselves about, and that's eating and thinking if we don't count it, it doesn't count. So I used to be that way with certain things. I used to be that way with the weekends, thinking, okay, well, I'm not even going to think about the weekend. I'm not going to count it. no matter, because I did really bad or whatnot. But now I don't. Now I feel like it's very important for me to be honest with myself and be honest with my journey, especially since I'm struggling and I'm trying to work through what is going on with my body. And so I feel like the only way I could ever find out is if I am honest with myself and honest with my body. So I don't do that anymore, but yes, I have done it. That is very typical. Don't feel bad if you do it. Just try to get out of the habit of doing that. I think that the more that you see what you are eating and tracking, then it'll help you change your habits a little bit. And the last question is what she called a bonus question, and that's if there's any YouTubers that you follow outside of your niche. So I would say probably, I guess, our like niche here is like the weight loss community. I subscribe to like 150 YouTube channels. So I subscribe to a lot. I don't watch as many as I used to, but I do subscribe to, I've first started out with beauty videos, and there's really only just a couple beauty YouTubers that I even watch anymore, and that's Emily Noel, and I do watch Jessica Braun, who I think it's like Jam Beauty was her name before, and also Jen Loves Reviews. So those are the only like beauty channels that I even watch anymore. I also like to watch some like organizational stuff, so like Clutterbug and Do It on a Dime. Those two I watch quite often. And then some of the ones that I watch kind of that are more about healthy eating. I love Domestic Geek, Mind Over Munch, and Clean and Delicious. So I watch almost all of their videos as well. But there are some like, there's True Crime Daily. Love that channel. So if you guys are into true crime, there's True Crime Daily. They have some really good like true crime stories on there. So they're only like 15-20 minutes long. So I will watch those if there's a story that piques my interest. So thank you, Barrett, for putting together this collab. Make sure you check out all the channels down below in the description box. Subscribe to them if you've not already done so. And I cannot wait to go watch everyone's videos. Again, if you are new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified when I put up new videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.